I need to start by quoting, "A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes." President Obama said about fake news that even him, when he was president, didn't realize how susceptible we had become to lies and conspiracy theories, despite having spent years being a target of disinformation myself. We are living in turbulent times. Manipulation has become a key tool in an all-out war against free democratic countries. Let me just clear that there is no place in the world, in this globe, called Kosovo and Metohija. It is Kosovo, Kosova, the Republic of Kosovo, the Republic of Kosovo. But it would be the same as if I would now, every time I mention Serbia, start by calling it Kraljevina or some other names that I will not do. It is concerning to see what even experienced professionals are ready to believe, because they cannot or they do not double-check. They are too busy and often too superficial, just reading from stamped texts, not analyzing properly. What we have had to listen to here today are so many lies that it is sheer impossible to debunk each and every one in the short time we are here together. Most of you do have embassies in the Republic of Kosovo who confirm to you that not one single of Mr. Đurić's statements is true. Let me be clear. Do not trust a single point like such crazy lies that citizens of Kosovo would not have access to health care, to bank account, or to local services. The reality is, we have many Serb citizens in the northern municipalities of the Republic of Kosovo gladly telling us that they finally can breathe freely, without fear, and that they can, for example, get finally their children registered in the municipality after many years. You surely know what you would imagine that China, United States, Slovenia, or Japan, or Switzerland would accept any foreign personal documents for their own citizens issued by a foreign country in a local municipality on their own territory, let alone that this illegal Serbian rule over territory and the illegal Serbian institutions to constitute a more than a decade-long blatant violation of the 2013 Brussels Agreement, just one among the many Serbia is violating for the whole time. Parallel illegal structures before would not just not issue the necessary papers, offer only illegal ones from Serbia. That was systematic, that was illegal, and it was a clear discrimination by a foreign power, and we liberated our citizens from that oppression. After we established the rule of law, finally, the cry fall, and they lie about alleged discrimination. Look at this pamphlet from Serbia that I believe every one of the members of the Security Council has got in the last days. Here is what every one of these statements is simply wrong, because it treats Kosovo as being part of Serbia, what it is not. I use this occasion to showcase only one example, but there are many of them. It shall impress you by presenting an overview of, in reality, non-existing discrimination of citizens of Kosovo. One of these elements, not one single one, is true. They are all false. We establish something new, that is very precious for the citizens in the north, and that is normalcy. Fight against crime, the rule of law instead the rule of crime gangs sponsored by Belgrade. Normal municipal services instead of misuse of public funds. We just established what your established democratic countries are offering to their citizens. responsible and transparent public service. We will continue to protect our citizens and to widen the services they deserve and which they have missed for so many years. Not only the people in Kosovo are fed up with the continuous Serbian lies. For a reason, Vučić is losing influence among Serbian citizens of the Republic of Kosovo. If they do not believe the lies and the propaganda, no one should. But that is only one aspect. Madam President, we need to talk about the danger that some are afraid to mention. We need to talk even about war, how to prevent a next war in Europe, of which some say Putin could target the Balkans next. Putin's proxy Vučić is protecting the terrorists who led the paramilitary attack of Serbia against the Republic of Kosovo on September 24th last year. Their leader, Radojčić, one of the most brutal and richest people in Serbia, not rich by inheriting wealth from his parents, but by crime, was involved in escorting and even killings of Serbian citizens of Kosovo. Kosovo wants him extradited. He is responsible for the killing of our police officer and national hero, the Sergeant Afrim Bunjaku. This Mr. Đurić knows him well from his years as Vučić's right hand in his fight against Kosovo in the years 2013-2020. Đurić and Radojčić, the killer, were allies in suppressing decent Serbian citizens who just wanted to live a normal life. Đurić was in charge when Radojčić was involved in killing Kosovar Serb politician Oliver Ivanović. He was gunned down on the street in front of his office. Radojčić is the main suspect in his murder as well. And Đurić was meeting with him again, having a coffee recently in Belgrade with that criminal and terrorist. That shows the type of characters we are dealing with. Who else here is comfortable hanging out with a brutal killer? And because we started in showing photographs and not to leave any space for disinformation, so this is Radojčić, and this is the now Foreign Minister of Serbia, Marko Đurić. Serbia's attack on September 24th last year was planned as a military invasion and annexation of a peaceful country with thousands of NATO troops. To make it clear, that was the first attack of the Putin alliance against a country with NATO presence. It's a test for the West, a test for more. And Vučić and Putin are not giving up. Therefore, we need first deterrence, then dialogue, in that order. Only with credible deterrence, peace and security will be safe. Because when Vučić, Đurić, and others in Serbia say dialogue, they don't mean it. They are not interested in dialogue. They are interested in destroying the independent Republic of Kosovo, even by force. Nobody must be fooled. They have proven it, and they will try again. Therefore, Kosovo is thankful to NATO and our allies for increasing their troops in order to deter Serbia from a next aggression. The Defense Minister of Serbia, who prepared the paramilitary attack on Kosovo for more than a year, got a promotion by Vučić. He is the new Prime Minister of Serbia. EU President von der Leyen rejected to meet him these days because of his active connections with Russia. Vučić also promoted an old friend who is under sanctions by Western countries, but is the messenger between Putin and Vučić, some Mr. Vulin. He is explicitly anti-Western and pro-Russian. He was a close AD of Milosevic and laid flowers just some months ago at the grave of mass murderer Stalin before getting awarded by Putin personally. He is now the Deputy Prime Minister of Serbia. He is just on his trip to Belarus. Mr. Đurić, along with his successor Petković, was among the leaders of the violent attack against US Embassy in Belgrade that's set on fire by a violent mob. Now he is foreign minister of Serbia. That is the Serbia of 2024. We are not talking about the 90s. We are talking about 2024. And this is just a part of the dark picture. Do not believe these dangerous people a single word you cannot check for yourself. All these developments are most concerning. Vuçiqi is preparing and ready for more. All across Serbia, not only murals of war criminals indented or convicted by UN tribunal can be seen. Also, gigantic murals are surfacing since many months, which announce the Serbian army will return to Kosovo. Such huge murals in such an autocratic country do not appear by chance. Ever more experts are warning that Serbia is resembling the fascist Serbia of the 90s. Serbia has become the biggest threat to peace in Europe, right behind Russia. Both Putin and Vučić have a dark legacy, a legacy of aggression and genocide. Both of them need to be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. The problem for Vučić's people is not any association. The real problem is our sheer existence. For them, the association is not at all a tool to ease the lives of citizens. It is just another option for trying to break away a part of our country. Like Putin with Ukraine, Vučić wants nothing short